Welcome back, Rico Money Bags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that bell notification is lit. You guys never know when we got, special guests on the stream. You guys never know when we're going to do something special for all you guys. We got some giveaways and everything. And I got to say, we got an amazing guest. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency. We're actually going to be a dirty degen for the day. And I love it because I'm a degen at heart. My degeness is what saved me during the bear market. Everybody knows that. I'm super transparent with having a fantastic bull run and getting taught a tremendous lesson during that bear market. And if I was not a degen, if I didn't buy Pepe early when everybody was saying that being a degen was a naughty thing, I would not be here right now. So being a dirty degen is why we still have a Rico Moneybags channel. And I want to welcome up our guests really quick from the CryptosRUs Plus channel, everybody. We got Josh with us. Welcome, Josh, to the Rico Moneybags. The show. A lot of people are anticipating having you up here, man. How are you doing? How's it been being a dirty degen? And what do you got to say to the people, man?
Thank you very much, Rico. It's an absolute blast to be here. Thank you for having me on. And you're welcome to be a degen. We can all be degens, right? I'm a degen, you're a degen, we're all degens, right?
Yeah.
But, no, I love being degen, right? It's just getting into the nitty gritty, staying in the trenches, trading in and out. Hey, finding different plays that, maybe everybody else isn't playing, just trying to hop the wave and ride it on, right? So that's really what it's all about. But yeah, no, I'm very stoked to be here. Thanks for having me. And let's give away some money too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. So I want you guys to tap in. Something that he said right there. I want to, as we're paying attention to Josh, because he's an OG in the space, he's tapped in really close. I'm actually going to post his X handle as well. Make sure you guys give him a follow, blow his stuff up over here. Absolutely doing amazing work. But something that he said is actually true, and on the surface, it seems like this dirty degen feel, right? Like it's this naughty thing. But something he said, and I hope that you guys can be taking notes. You better have your notepad out. Look at this. I got my notepad out right now. I'm not playing around because listen to what he said, that it's a way to keep your fingers basically on the pulse of crypto. And 100%, you actually learn a lot from being a degen when it comes to the culture, what the overall sentiment is, what are the new trends. And being a dirty degen is being in the trenches. That's exactly what it is, because the blue chips and these solid chips over here that we talk about every day, Bitcoin, it's not going to give us the same feel like the people is going to give us the same feel, right? We're going to know how the markets are feeling when we're in the trenches with these people. And I want you guys, we got the broski, man. You can grab the link and pop up, Dabatola, man. We got the link as well. Not sure if you're busy. I see you in the chat, but yes, man. But dirty degen, man, this is how you keep track of everything. And I want to talk about Bitcoin really quick. Josh, this is how I kind of start the streams, just to give everybody an idea of what's going on, because there's a lot of fear in the market, bro. There's fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market. And I think as influencers, quote unquote, whatever you want to call us, I know we don't like these titles, but as people that want to help people in this space, that we reach as many people so we could teach as many people that this is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is the time that you actually can be a dirty degen and kind of get away with it if you do it right, because we're on the left side of this beautiful rainbow chart. We're on the left side of, the cryptocurrency market before it takes off. The bull run cannot be over because it technically has not started, everybody. If you've been around like the dirty degens, if you've been around like me and you guys do a couple cycles, what happens is, you start to kind of pick up on how these things go. This cycle right here, this 2016 cycle, had 180 something days before the bull run. The 2020 cycle, after the halving, right after these halvings, had 160 something days, and then the bull run kicked off. We're barely getting on 120 days, so we're creeping on. Right, I'm half naked. I guess I can grab a robe. Huh? I love it. In true degen style. I mean, talk about coming on in his birthday suit and coming ready with his robe. I love it. I love it. Josh, this is your partner. What do you got to say about that, man?
Scott's a G, man. He's always ready to show up and turn up, right? So
love it. Love it.
He hit me up and said that he was ready to go. And all right, let's bring it on.
Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. And while we're getting him loaded up, while he's putting some clothes on his birthday suit, getting his tie together and all that, I want you guys to see that we've been talking about this consolidation for a while. And, me and Josh and the guys, we're going to bring up some plays. We're going to, listen to what plays you guys bring up in the chat. But I want you guys to understand that this is the time that you have. This is that consolidation zone that Bitcoin has done many times after the halving. It has to do this, nonstop walk to the right. And that's what we're doing. I believe by that, third quarter, fourth quarter, this is when things are really going to shake up, because, we've never had so much positive news or press on crypto. There's been press on crypto in the past, but it's usually been associated with Silk Road talk, with, you know, that it's not that good, that it's, you know, people not using it for good causes, but that's not the case. This time around, we got presidents talking about, you know, loading up on crypto. We have, you know, celebrities always trying to ride the wave with us. We have everybody and their mom basically joining up the crypto wave. And this is our time to really shine. So I want to come over here one more time before, you know, I talk about XPX. I want to talk to Josh about XPX. I know he's busy. He probably hasn't seen it. And I want to give him one utility project. And then, you know, you can give me a meme project. You can give us a project to look at. Let me give you a project, which is the project I launched on Smart DeFi. And you can give my community also a project to look at. How's that sound, Josh?
Hey, it sounds perfect. Yeah, I've heard of your project once or twice. I believe it was in a Spaces, but I didn't learn too terribly much. I mean, I learned the gist, right? The overtop view, but I'd love to learn more and see what you got going on. It sounds really interesting.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. So, you know, we're a utility-based token, and we're basically focusing on all things point of sale. We already got, you know, been flexing to everybody what we got going on. Our gold Visa cards, 150K limit. You know, having it right here is next level for everybody. You know, we're repping it, and we're going to focus on all things point of sale because, Josh, like I was saying in the beginning, the bear market squeezed me, bro. The bear market taught me some lessons, man. And I went to this World Poker tournament when I was being bitter because, you know, DeFi had came to a halt. It was like a screeching halt. And I went to a World Poker tournament with these guys right here because this is what happens when the big guys make money. They go on breaks, everybody. This is BY. I didn't know this last cycle, okay? But I found out this is what happens once the cycle's over. The big guys go to the World Poker tournament. And I was a little bit bitter to see, like, how much money was being transacted and how much money was not entering crypto. And, you know, that's where the idea for, you know, XPX came about, was in the bear market to create something that anytime money vibrates, we're actually paying our stakers. You know, we got some staking income that's happened already. Let me go ahead and show you some of the staking rewards that we've got because they're actually absolutely. Yesterday was our 2-month birthday, and we have staking live. Lending is also live. Twice audited contract. Let me scroll down because these rewards are wild. This is our 2nd month birthday. We're doing really good. We're actually going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to let you guys be in charge of that giveaway. I seen how you guys did it with that, like, you know, automated thing that's super fair, runs everybody's name. So however you guys want to do it on your next stream or we do it this stream, you let me know and I'll send it over to you, man. So we can give people some XPX.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we need our stream actually running in order to do that, unless I whip something else up quick. So we can do it that way if you want.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, man. I mean, we're Chads in the space, man. That's what we do. And, you know, and you can do the giveaway on the next one. But this is a project that less than just 2 months old. You know, somebody right here flexing $453 in passive income. And the reason I bring this up is because all things XPX pay is to bring volume back to the chart. You know, when DeFi came to a halt, it broke my heart, everybody. When the bear market came and there was no volume, it irritated me. And, you know, I seen everybody still renting Ferraris. I see people, you know, getting $500,000 to spend at the World Poker Tournament to have fun. And it's like, how could we have a piece of this nonstop? And the way that we can is by providing crypto users an off-ramp solution, by providing merchant solution, and by also providing a Web3 marketplace, a cryptified Groupon page, basically. So on the surface, it's going to look like a Groupon page. But on its DNA and the background of it, its code is that every time somebody uses our services on our Web3 marketplace, what it's going to do is purchase XPX off the market. And instead of giving them cash back or silly points back or frequent flyer miles back, they will be getting XPX back. That does one of two things. It, you know, pumps our chart, gives people passive income, everybody who's staked up, and it also exposes people to cryptocurrency. So, you know, we're at the forefront of crypto putting on a suit and tie, and I want to make sure that we provide a use case project that's going to be here during a bull run, during a bear run. And, you know, we're here to be like telling people it's like getting PayPal before PayPal became PayPal. It's like getting Zelle before Zelle became Zelle, because I want us to get a piece of money every time people are transacting outside. When you go to your store, you know, when you go to your store and you fill up your gas tank, that POS system at the gas station is not owned by them. They are leasing that POS system. If we can get all these merchants to use our POS systems, which I've already been working on cornering a market in Las Vegas that nobody has tapped into, which is $1 billion market. And I want to make sure that these merchants are locked in anytime somebody vibrates money on that POS system, it's automatically going to come back to our ecosystem. So that's the short. I don't want to make this whole stream about XPX. I actually want to be a dirty DJ today and have some fun with Josh. This is something I do every day, but that's basically the gist of what XPX is doing. That's everything pay is what we want to do, and make sure we're involved with all payment solutions, off-ramping, merchant solutions, and a Web3 marketplace that, incentivizes people to use it at the same time, providing liquidity to our chart, because a lot of projects, I don't see scalable models, and I want XPX to always to be able to pull money from the real world into the DeFi world. I don't want to be challenging one liquidity pool and convince another community to have to pull their liquidity to come over to ours. I want to be able to bring liquidity from the real world into XPX. So thank you for listening to that, bro. If you got any questions, let me know. And, you take over from here, bro. It's nice to have a guest.
Yeah, thanks again for having me. No, it actually sounds really interesting. I've got some family, or a family member that's a VP of sales for a payment processing company. So I've actually got a little bit of insight into that field as well. But I like what you're doing. It sounds pretty interesting. Like, have you heard of Ultimo?
No, I have not.
Okay, so they're based in Palau. And they're basically just a debit card off-ramp, on-ramp solution for crypto. It reminds me a lot of that, except with tons more benefit. Like, Ultimo doesn't have a token or anything like that, right? Like, so they're not doing any APY. There's no lending. It's just you can ramp onto this card and ramp off. But nonetheless, that's still cool. But you've got this built there, and not only that, but you can get lending, you can stake. I like the whole Groupon idea of hey, maybe there's some deals or whatever too. And not only that, but you have a token for it to pump value back into. So it's a very well-rounded approach. I definitely like it. What's the market cap sitting at currently?
Yeah, let me. Yeah, we're sitting at a 638 market cap. We rode up all the way to 875. And this was a tokenless presale because I'm tired of traditional presale models. I got to give a big shout out to Rocks the Alien. He's the one who coded this smart DeFi code, and is why we had an LGE event. So I had to buy tokens just like everybody else had to once we went live, because we had a liquidity generating event. So everybody basically provided liquidity, and that's to prevent to the most as we can prevent a pump and dump model and stuff. So we rode up to 875K market cap, and yes, we had to pull back. People saw some good money they haven't seen, people who got in early, but now we got some good distribution. People seeing that we're not going around. We're not going to come out with a whole gold Visa card, 150K limit, and we're bluffing and stuff like that. We're going to go all the way with this. This is for everybody. XPX is honestly for everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the liquidity is fantastic on it too. You've got
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
You're the first person to say that. That's fantastic.
You're the first person to actually mention that. I say that a lot on stream, but I don't think people actually realize that. And I try to tell people that, when you look at our market cap to liquidity ratio, it's why I have so many exchanges begging me to, give them some kind of token, to give them something so they can have a piece of this, because, we have a good liquidity right there, real strong liquidity, but I'm not going to let no VCs or, KOLs dump on my community. These are my subscribers. These are my followers. We have a twice audited token contract. It's audited by PeckShield and SourceHat. Our staking platforms audited twice. Our lending platforms audited twice. And, it's protected as much as it can so that my subscribers, my followers, everybody who believes in crypto early on is protected, even with the tokenless presale idea. It's to prevent all this pump and dump idea stuff.
Yeah.
So get a bag, Josh.
Yeah, I might have to. I need a gold debit card, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. I'll hook you up, man. I definitely will hook you up, man. There's some big things happening. We're closing in on bringing out Pay, where connects to your Google Pay, Apple Pay. We'll be rolling out the Visa cards. But one of the best things that we're gonna do is quartering this Las Vegas market. There's a lot of untapped markets right now when it comes to cryptifying this world, right? Because the world is switching right now, and whoever can be serious and say, hey, we're switching from one style of doing things to another style, and I want to be a part of that. I don't have to be the biggest. I don't have to topple PayPal, but even if I got 1% of all payment gateways, I mean, that's 1% of a big, big pie that, I mean, will change everybody's life in XPX, especially early adopters.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the only downfall for me is that it's on BNB, but hey, it's not the last, or it's not the first project I've ever gone into BNB for.
Yep. Yep.
I've got a shaky experience every now and then with BNB, and the communities there can be rough. But this is a utility play, not a meme coin, so that's a game changer all alone, right?
Right. Right.
Oh, I'm
Appreciate it, man.
definitely going to be looking into that. I'm going to have to pick me up a bag and get my gold medal card.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I got you all the way, man. It'd be next level. And I want to show you this before we get to I wanted to see if Bro popped up before we let me check if he's rolled up. Okay, he's probably still in his birthday suit. Oh no, he's here. See, I'm glad I checked. I'm glad I checked. There he goes. We're over here rambling. What's up, man? How's it? Now we got what? What are we doing here, guys? We got 3 people up here. What are we doing? What's up?
What up, Scott?
Good.
You look good in your birthday suit, brother. You're looking good.
Oh yeah, I managed to. Working from home all day, and it's 100 degrees in Houston, and next thing you know, I'm basically just sitting basically like that in the chair. So I had to go grab the robe.
That's how I was in Florida. Always
Nice.
just in basketball shorts with a sweaty bottom and just sitting there trying to work.
Nice. And well, man, I'm gonna talk about this since we're networking right now together as quote unquote YouTubers, influencer, whatever goofy title people want to give us, right? At heart, we're really dirty degens and we're in the trenches just like you guys. But I want to say, like, just like we're doing on this stream, at its core of XPX, we don't have that tribal mindset. It's all about engagement. And, I want to invite people. We plan on doing an expo here in Las Vegas at the Caesars Palace in 2025, where all serious projects can come out, because I believe it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's how we're able to move around in this space. So that's about all I want to do for Shilling with XPX. I actually want to have my guests do some of their stuff. I love their show. If you guys have not, let me show their YouTube one more time. And if you guys got some projects you want to bring up, some questions you guys might have for my community, for anything that you guys want to do, I mean, it's actually pretty cool to have some fellow Chads, some fellow Degens in the space. So if you guys can give these subscribe to their channel and do exactly what I'm doing, check this out. Come here and hit the all button. Don't hit personalize. Don't be like that. Make sure you come over here and you hit this all button. You make sure the bell's lit all the way, everybody, if you want to change your life. All right. So what's up, fellas? How do you guys want to talk to this community? Let me know, man. I don't want to shill too much.
Oh, we're always down for the shilling, man. But I know both of us have several memes we can bring up. It's not haven't been having a great time looking at fresh launches or anything that's just a couple days old. You really got to give them a little bit of time to breathe, ferment, and see if the community explodes itself, right?
Right.
But
I think strategy's changed just a little bit, with the way the summer's been and how the market's kind of been choppy, and we've had some dips. The rugs have been just off the charts.
Yes.
So not hopping in on that early launch or the ones that you might see coming off Pump.Fun and then getting rugged, for example. So been looking at slightly bigger market cap stuff that maybe even if it's low market cap, just a little bit more established, and focusing on, seeing the community and getting involved.
No, totally.
Aping in.
Totally, man. Yeah. That's
really,
something that
it's all about. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was lagging. Go ahead, bro. There was a delay right there. Go ahead, Josh.
All right. I was just saying that's really what it's all about right now. Right now, there's not a solid trend that the meme coins are following. It's just kind of like whatever's taking off. And all that's carrying it any higher is community. So that's all that matters right now. If you find something that the chart looks amazing, I'm going straight to the community and I'm seeing how the community is. How active are they? How active are they on Twitter? How legitimate is their Twitter? How legitimate is their followers? Everything bundled into one. Just how strong is the community over everything?
I mean, 6 months ago, it was kind of a little bit, I want to say, not opposite of the community, but it was like, when's the launch date? Oh, heard something might launch at noon on Thursday. Getting ready, getting ready, regardless of the chain it's on, to try to buy in, because some of the ones back then you buy in, and next thing you know, they're 8, 9, 10 million market cap within the first, they take off, and they've actually, some have sustained that, but not working out now.
You know what's awesome is that somehow, you know, when you're a true player in this space, somehow we can say the same philosophy. Anybody that has been tuning into this channel, I found some of the most solid plays doing the same thing. Like the minute I check out their chart looks pretty good. I'm like, okay, I like that. I do the same thing. I go to the X handle, you know, see what's going on, or maybe it's a community that rated my live stream, and they're just very, you know, consistent and just going on nonstop. And I'm like, let me join their Telegram, let me join their Discord and see what they're about, because that lets me know essentially that I can put my bag there, and if I'm sleeping or if I'm touching grass, I know that this community is grinding nonstop. Because like you said, you know, the momentum has kind of shift where, like, instead of win launch, it's more like win community is going to stay strong enough that we're not going to fade our project, right? That's really what it's come down to. Like, who's holding arms and arms together right now to make sure that we make it out of this? Because some people won't survive the bull run. Forget surviving the bear market. Are you going to survive the bull run? Are you going to still have money left over?
Some are having a hard time just surviving this summer. Like, even really some established memes that have been around for 6 months are having a rough time through the summer. And that's where your community really carries you through, keeps you strong, keeps everyone motivated, keeps the raids going, and keeps building and keeps everyone motivated. And then when the market starts to catch up, should be able to, you know, hopefully really take off. It's absorbing this summer, or the sideways action, or these dips on occasion, and some communities just get stomped out real quick.
Yep.
You know,
ain't that the truth? So, but on that note, I do have, I mean, I know Scott's got a couple too. I got a couple different projects we could talk about, and I'll tell you what, I got a project on 3 different chains. So I'll let you decide which chain you want first. We got Ethereum, Solana, or Avalanche.
I would like to actually switch it up over here. You know, we've done a lot of Solana, but I seen something that you were saying on one of your live streams, because I did my due diligence on you guys. You know what's up? You guys are on point with your stuff. But something that you said that also resonate with what's like going to be the cure of what's going on right now are some of the Ethereum plays. You know, I'm bullish on the Avalanche play, and I know I want to talk about it. But something you said in one of the live streams is like, you know, how much money it takes. Both of you guys were talking about how much money it takes to launch a project on Ethereum, right? And then you got to make sure it hits, you know, that bonding curve. So you're already thousands of dollars in. Plus, you got to do the marketing. So Ethereum holders tend to be holding a little bit better right now. So, you know, if you got a solid Ethereum play, you want to share the screen, you know, maybe we need some holding showcasing during these shaky times right now.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and zoom this out a little bit. Let me see. How do I've got my screen shared, but I don't know how to bring it up.
Okay, let me see if I
you might have to.
Let me see. If you're on your OBS though, right?
No, I've got it shared through Restream.
Okay, maybe let me all you gotta do is, why am I having a brain fart right now? Because you asked me, right? All right, try to hit that up arrow now on the bottom while I'm all big on here.
Oh, well, now I stopped. Let's see here.
And see if you can bring it up. You know, you got the mic, you got the camera button, then that share screen button.
Yeah, so that just puts it on the side. Like, for example, when we're in
okay, there we go.
So
there we go, chat.
This is an Ethereum play here, currently sitting at 24.3 million market cap. This is Yawn. They've got very good holder distribution, and they've also got some interesting things going on. You know, they've been around here since the end of July. So you've got some typical chart action, but it's trending upwards and pretty solid in my opinion. They almost hit 40. They're 35.6 or so. But you know, if you just look down here, you got pretty decent holder distribution. Top 10, it's only 1.26%. You got 55% in the bottom, whatever's left. But going to their Twitter is where things start to get a little bit more interesting because, well, their website specifically. But, you know, this is one thing we always love to see. Contract address right there. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Or I like to say keep it stupid, simple, because then it doesn't sound like I'm calling Scott stupid and old.
You guys.
But here, if you go on their website, they've got their shop. Now, they're not like just selling merch or anything like that. Look, they don't even have merch available yet, but they're selling supplements like workout supplements or life betterment supplements, sleeping or waking up or hangover, you know. you're degenerate enough, you know that you need something to help cure the hangovers, right? But what I really
100%.
like, what's that?
No, 100%. I'm loving the website. I hope everybody else is doing exactly what I'm doing. Like you guys, we got the Dirty Degens up here. I haven't seen this yawn one. I mean, hopefully you guys are putting it to the side. I want you guys, obviously, we'll get the cliche out the way. It's not financial advice. Do your own research, yada, yada, yada. But you guys are Degens with us right now. And I want you to look at this one. I like this one already. This yawn is good, right? It's like exactly what you wouldn't think is going to do good. The guy barely trying, yawning his way up the market, and the other one screaming is not working. This guy's just going to yawn and drool its way up to the market. That's DeFi, baby.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. You know, it's like kind of the opposite of everything else that's going on in the meme space right now, right? Like we got the church of fried chicken and all this other weird stuff. And like this is just like, you know what? I don't care. Like we're just gonna do what we're gonna do and nothing else matters. And their website's absolutely fantastic. Like from the first time I looked at it, it hasn't changed. And like the animations are fantastic, the drawings, you know, it's just a really good quality website. And I thought this was the one that actually went and scrolled sideways all of a sudden, but it doesn't. But it's a really good website. So if you want to learn some more, I'm not going to bore you guys with everything that's going on here, but zero tax, locked liquidity, you know, everything that you want to see is going on there.
Something else that I see, I don't mean to cut you off, is that it also has a staking on there. You know, I'm bullish on staking right now, you know, because I think this provides people incentive to hold. And I see that they have that as well. So to see that they're building it and working on ways to keep the community engaged and prevent, you know, some selling by incentivizing the people, it shows that they have that extra oomph meat in the game for the community. Because when you have a staking platform, you want everybody to make passive income, and it helps the chart because people are holding. It's probably why they can hold such a good market cap right now and keep pumping, because incentivizing people to hold removes that selling pressure right there. So I like that they're looking at all these like little back end ways to keep the chart flying up as well. Didn't mean to cut you off, bro, but I just saw that. It was nice.
Oh no, you're all good. And I like something else that they do here with the staking too. Instead of like it's just a you know, well, I guess technically these are the rewards, but you're incentivized in different ways instead of this APY. And I'm all for APY. Yes, we want to make money with our money, and that's ideally what we're trying to do, right? Mm-hmm. But the problem with meme coins specifically, when you start implementing staking, is where's this money coming from, right? So instead of giving you money, they're giving you merch, NFTs, whatever it may be, right? And I think that is better than some fake 5% APY that's just going to drain the company treasury, the project treasury, or the marketing budget. And then like, hopefully the project's successful by then. Otherwise it's just going to flop, right? Yeah. So this is like a controllable payout.
Great looking chart too. I love it too, man. Yeah, I remember. I'm sure you guys remember the era of all those gazillion APY if staking. You know, it was like 1,000%. It's like, no, you know, that's why even with XPX, you know, the staking that we have, you're earning more XPX tokens. It's not no crazy, you know, make believe number. You know, there's tokenomics that structures, but this being a meme coin with zero tax is why you have to come up with these other creative ways to incentivize people to hold, because, you know, it's not in the tokenomic structure. But, you know, liquidity is locked. I'm looking at that, you know, 24 healthy chart, and most likely because of some of that staking and you know, all the graphics looking on point. I'm going to post this one in the Moneybags Mansion. And this is a perfect example as well of like what Scott was saying, like, you know, finding those higher market cap plays right now is ideal, you know, and looking for some of those, you know, high conviction plays, because like, let's say for Kendu Inu, shout out to the Kendu army. Not sure if you guys caught that one. I caught Kendu at 41 million when most people would have said that's too high of a market cap. No way. But that community was so, I mean, people were breaking plates on their head. You know, people got Kendu tattoos. And it's like, okay, I remember this type of momentum and stuff. And I got a bag. Everybody in the Moneybags Mansion got a bag. And we rode that to 220 something mil. So this, to me, looks like another one of these plays. You know, my next thing would be, like you guys were saying in the beginning of the stream, is, okay, I like the website. I like their X. I like what they're having. I like their incentives. Let me go. Do I like their community? You know, is this something that I want to rock with all the way? So I'm going to post this one right now. Scott, how are you feeling about this one?
No, I really like it. I think that also, you know, when you're at this market cap and you have a chart like that, I think you definitely, the community should be pretty strong. And usually hopping in a Telegram with a chart like this, I have high expectations of the community because I feel they already have been putting in some work. So usually the community will match on a solid project that's moving like that. But
Absolutely.
yeah, this is definitely a solid play in my mind, and I like that it's Ethereum. I never thought I'd really be saying that, but it's been a long year this year with memes. So you
Yeah.
know, looking at those plays, and you know what, gas and different things might be high later on, but if you're getting in early and we're about to get into the cycle, and then this rips, you know what, I don't mind paying the gas then because I'm actually going to be in profit. I rather do that and pay the gas than have been out that and a lot more getting rugged, essentially,
Right.
like really gambling.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
that's
got-
what that's how I'm weighing this out now. Before it was like, oh no, Ethereum fees, this, that. I'm like, and then I'm sitting here seeing how Solana and other projects and other chains are, how the memes are going, and I'm like, all right, wait a minute, it's time to reevaluate this. And
right.
yeah, there's plays on all of them. You know, it's just, I think that something like this on Ethereum is just it's probably destined to do real well. Hopefully
Absolutely.
it goes that route, like you said, hopping in at like a 30 or 40 and going to 200-300. Be great to hop in at this in the 20s and see it go up to that and do a 10x.
Yeah, definitely. And last thing I want to point out about Yawn, just to scratch my own back real quick here, and we did call this around this 3-4 mil mark here on the 6th. So nice little play if you bought that when we pulled it up back then.
And bro, this is what it's all about, right? Because when we're in the trenches, we get to talk about something. Scott, you said something about gas fees. You know, I'm gonna pick these guys apart for all our communities, okay? Because to be a dirty degen, you have to be able to survive. And you know, we talk this lingo, but there's some cryptic stuff that's underlying stuff, right? You said something about gas fees, and I love this because if we remember the last bull run, we all hated the gas fees, right? Remember how much the gas fees were? $400 to do one buy, you know, $300 to do the sell. You know, you have to wait for it to, but what it did was create a lot of holders. And now that gas fees have been so much cheaper than the last bull run, you know, we get to see that with Solana and, you know, people playing on base and all that, where when gas fees are super cheap, although it's good, right? It's nice because they're cheap, but it costs you, where it prevents people to learn how to diamond hand, where prior when you I remember purchasing an NFT, and if it didn't go through, you lost your $150. And we were okay with that for some reason. And we were okay with that. I don't understand what we were doing, but we were okay. But I also remember that I printed like crazy because Ethereum transaction cost $400, and I bought some projects that went into the billions. And I was like, I can't believe I'm about to spend $3,000, $5,000, and to me that was a lot. And the gas fees were looking at like $1,000. I was like, what am I doing right now? But you know what? Everybody had to wait till it reached into the profit zone because there was also tokens with high tax. You know, the taxes were a little bit different. So if it created this holding mentality that I think we're seeing people want to inch back into, right? We're seeing everybody like, hey, maybe slow it down a little bit, right?
I mean, look, meme coins on Solana right now, with however they changed up the one site pump.fun. I mean, they pretty much pay you to launch a meme coin. It reaches a thing, it kicks you back like half a soul or something. I mean, it's just sets the stage for people to make a business out of launching, just serial launching, you know. And you're not going to get that on Ethereum. Right.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of money on ETH.
Oh yeah, I see Big Red in the house. And you know, I called Big Red pretty early as well because you know, I saw them rocking with the right people, and I gotta say, I kind of seen it from you guys. Okay, I gotta be honest because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and my word is my bond. My integrity is everything. And you know, I've always kept a close eye on you guys, and you know, I rocked with George since the very beginning, since I was watching him before I became a YouTuber myself. And I see that they're inside the chat. So can we switch to an Avalanche play right now? We got the main channel here right now. I believe that we're going to have that sensation as well, like we did with Solana, because everybody's taking the page out of Solana's book, and they're going to want some of these meme coins to fly. And I believe that, you know, the ones that are established are going to run, right? And they got to have that community. I think this one already has that community already, man. Can you guys tell me your guys' understanding. You guys called it before I did. You guys knew about it. How do you guys feel about this play?
I think I think I can speak for both of us just in the sentence that we are both super bullish on Big Red. We got in. This is one of the things, like I was saying, what was it? I'll say roughly 6 months ago, but like 6 months ago, we were going to try to get, go for launches. This is one of the ones that was like, oh, it's going to launch. Let's buy in, and got in very early on the launch. And it had gone up in market cap, community had built out. And even though it had come down, I mean, the market is down compared to say 6 months ago. The community is just getting stronger by the day, regardless of that market cap. And I think right now, I mean, look at it, was it sitting at 2.5 million market cap? I mean, it's an amazing time to get entry there, especially after everything that they just dropped and all the new directions that they're going. I mean, it's launched as a meme, but is actually one that I'm happy to say is doing something more, and not a meme coin just trying to do some utility play. Like, they've built into it very, very well. I mean, Josh, I'll let you elaborate a bit, because we had just talked with them, and I mean, super bullish.
Yeah, no, I'm incredibly bullish on Big Red. I've been in since the very beginning. It's one of the so like on our show, I do things a little bit differently. I personally don't actually buy the tokens that we talk about. That way, I'm not putting my personal financial gain on my opinions. So, but I've owned Big Red since before the show started, so that's a little bit different. But they actually launched when Avalanche was on its run up to that $67 or whatever it was. So, like, in hindsight, one of the worst times to launch, right, for that. Other than it got them tons and tons of attention from that, but other than that, they've got education platform they're doing. They're on CNN or no ESPN and Fox, and there's like 4 or 5 different news or networks that they've got live TV ads on. They've got a sponsorship deal with the Meadowlands, which is a massive sports complex center up in Jersey.
Well, it's also I think multiple complexes.
Is it?
In that association of it? Yeah, because I think the first ad that actually came out on TV that was displayed in one of the arenas was actually might have been in Florida. I thought it was the Meadowlands at first, but they're all over.
Yeah.
So
and
very extensive.
And now they're taking it and they're going like the whole next level. Like, they're skipping pegs and jumping up to the roof, basically, is what they're doing. And it's an extremely lucrative and very money-driven ecosystem that they're getting into, and it's called harness racing. Basically, what it is like, think back to the Roman times when they're racing in the chariots and everything. It's basically like that. And it's called harness racing. I've never heard of it in my life until a week ago. But so these prizes can range anywhere from tens of thousands of dollars to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And they partnered up with one of the best trainers and breeders in the world, who actually, he's placed either it was first in the last year. He placed first like 27% of the time or something like that, and top 3 like 57% of the time. So he's almost always in the money. And just the other night, actually, I think it was Saturday night or Sunday night, he raced like 4 times and got either top 2 or top 3 for every race. But so the money that they win from that will go back to NFT holders and the liquidity chart, or the chart for Big Red. So they'll take a portion of the profits, and some get set aside for taxes, wages, the trainer and the driver, and then also like lodging, travel, whatever needs to happen in order to keep this operation actually running, right? But then
there's more than the racing, right?
Yeah, well, there's breeding and everything too, right? So if they get like a stud that's absolutely killing it, the bloodline's strong, then they breed that horse, and I don't know what baby horses go for.
I bought a horse before. It's expensive, bro. I bought a racehorse before. It's not cheap. And I bought it during COVID. It was the last run or whatever. It's not cheap, and let alone to take care of them. But I want to go into this right now because I love this real world assets, right? And I love that you guys are bringing a project like this to the table. something that's going on in here in Las Vegas is like, I want people to know, like, Avalanche is definitely going to have its run up, everybody. Like, no matter what, it's definitely going to have it. Like, Formula One is sponsored. Like, they've made a big track here in Las Vegas. I mean, it's super bougie. And Avalanche is one of those projects that have been partnered up with Formula One. So when a project is already starting to tap into this real world asset, phenomenon that is going on with crypto, this is the perfect time to start doing things like this, whether it's racehorses, whether it's race cars, because Avalanche is already doing this. I want to go over this tweet right here, kind of in a YouTube fashion, just to give everybody that, what the team have posted. But this is imagine. Let me show them really quick. Nice, I got you, bro. You gotta let me know. I don't want people zoomed in on me. I'm messing with you.
My bad.
No. I apologize, man. I've been getting over this cold, but we got this. Imagine owning a piece of a racehorse. Real world assets, RWAs, are the next big thing in crypto. And Big Red is galloping ahead with a game-changing utility in AVAX ecosystem. We're making it possible for enthusiasts and investors to dive into the horse racing world without owning a stable, which is super expensive, everybody. It's super expensive. Just by holding an NFT or our NFT, you'll get a fraction of ownership of our harness racehorse and access to the winnings. Everybody, I'm letting you guys know right now that RWU, real world utility, RWA, real world assets, is exactly what you want to be doing right now. Now, it's a little bit of a longer play, right? And people might not want to get that hype into it like right now. And it feels like, I want to fit, because all these launches has us with this new level of PTSD, right? We just want new launch, and we don't know how to build. But right now, any project that can solidify themselves in this RWA fashion and really, show people that they're the first ones there, are going to go a very long way. This is going to be one of the ways that normies and the boomers that already know how to invest and hold are going to be some of the first meme coins that they're going to touch. The first meme coins and crypto projects that can make themselves the cornerstone of RWAs or real world utility. When the normies come in, when the boomers come in, they're going to attract to these type of things right away. And these type of investors are long-term holder investors. These investors don't, buy and sell and stuff. So we're going to be looking at a whole new class of investors stepping into something like over here. I'm going to post this for Big Red as well. Just this is at Big Red _TD. So make sure you guys give them a follow. This is an early play, I believe, and how you want to be looking at something, getting ready for retail to come in, right? We all want the bull run to kick off, right? And what is the bull run going to bring? It's going to bring retail. It's going to bring boomers. It's going to bring, all these new type of investors that have been dibbling and dabbling with the stock market, but these people know how to hold. So we're going to get all these new people that are green, and we're going to do really well, everybody, as dirty degens, right? We're going to do really, look at those grins that came on these guys' face when I said that. They both nodded yes and just smiled and stuff, because it's our turn. But we have to, throw our stake in the ground like Big Red is doing right now, and really build on the community. And I love that they're taking this approach, even though, let's say, the chart's pulling back, no big deal. Every chart pulls back. But for them to say, hey, no matter what, we're going to keep building, this is what I love right here, man.
I love it's on Avalanche too, because with all the plays that are going on Solana, Base, and even Ethereum, you don't hear much about Avalanche, right? So at least for meme coins or whatnot. So I think that for me, it is even more bullish, because when Avalanche goes, and let's say people then start launching more on there, I mean, will be established, Big Red be established for like a year and have all these plays going on. It'll be way beyond what they came out with originally. And just it'll run.
Yeah, personally, I feel that Big Red will be the pinnacle, the best token on Avalanche. I see it and if we're talking just memes, like Kaka's old news compared to Big Red. They're gonna take him out without a problem. And don't get me wrong, Scott was there. I found Kaka 300K market cap, gave it to George. But I see them taking him down.
About it was for you guys.
Yeah, but I definitely think Big Red's got a long ways to go. This is just the calm before the storm, the shakeout to shake the last of the trees or the leaves and fall. They're about to grow into and blossom into something much bigger and better. And I do actually.
And if anyone's in doubt, just go to the Telegram. I mean, also you can look at the Twitter and you can see how active they are and everything that they're going. But highly suggest go in the Telegram, hang out, talk with everyone, see what's going on. You'll see how strong and active that community is, regardless of how the market's doing. You wouldn't even be able to tell.
Yeah, I want to say something about something that you mentioned. Like I said, I'm going to pick these guys apart for you guys because they're super smart, man. Something that Josh said is like, it was at the perfect time, but at the worst time, because a lot of people don't understand that when you're paired or you're wrapped to, like, let's say AVAX or BNB, when that price fluctuates, then you fluctuate. So, you know, they launched at, like Josh said, it could have been good, but technically not bad. Some of this price pullback action that you're seeing right now is due to the pullback price in Avalanche, everybody. You guys sometimes, and the way to identify this so you guys can get accustomed to being able to understand this is sometimes you'll see nothing but buys on a chart and the candle will still be red. And the reason that is because the native one that they're paired to has pulled back. So when you're seeing, you know, Avalanche from a 60-something dollar price down to $22, that's where you're getting a little bit of more fear into the market. And what sucks is a lot of people don't understand that, and they might take that as selling on the chart, and then they panic sell. So channels like CryptosRUs Plus, the guys, what they're doing, the Dirty Degens, you know, what we're doing, it's really important that you guys, you know, share these type of channels because we're helping educate people through these process, because that's getting down into the nitty gritty of things, right? To understand that because of Avalanche pulling back, that's why you're seeing the chart pull back when somebody might take it as somebody selling, when that's not even the case. That's not even the case. So I'm glad that you pointed that out, man. I'm going to post your guys' channel again. I'm going to show your guys' channel like crazy. You guys are absolutely amazing, bros.
I appreciate it, Rico. No, you are as well. Absolute blast being here. And you know, that's actually a very good point that you emphasized on. Like I've explained that a couple times on our show, but I swear it just bores the crap out of everybody. So I stopped, but I shouldn't stop because, you know, it's a very important thing. Understanding how pairs work and LPs are built and what happens when those tokens fluctuate. You know, it's like if you provide liquidity to the pool, I would argue 90 to 95% of people don't actually understand how that works. So like when they go and pull out in a week, they've got no idea why they're missing over half their money. You know,
right?
So it's a very important point that people need to learn.
Yes. And I love that you guys are, you know, there's going to be these teething pains and growing pains because we know this stuff, but we have to do this because it's too easy to call somebody a G. And don't get me wrong, I have my moments where I'm like, this freaking G, you know, selling at a loss, you know, but I think a lot of times we can prevent some of that, especially people like us using our platforms to educate people, to help them understand what's really going on. And maybe it can prevent some of the, you know, people cheating themselves and not treating themselves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And stop cheating yourself and start treating yourself. I love it.
Yeah. Well, you said that you had a Solana play as well. I want to share the screen with you again, bro. And if you can bring up a Solana play as well, and we can just maybe even find a base play. Sky, if you got some plays, I would love to, you know, hold some of these plays. I'm bullish on Big Red. I've been bullish on Big Red since we talked about it early on. But you know, I'm sure these people are.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. There we go. Here, let me cancel my screen.
My favorite base play.
Oh, a favorite?
Yeah, I mean, Josh probably knows it's a community, and the guys are just so strong. It's another Big Red situation in my mind.
Right.
But let's see what's on Solana. Oh yeah, this one's another.
Oh
man!
All right, I'll go first then. All right.
No, do it. Pull this one up. This guy, you know, after talking with them, even more bullish.
Let me look at this. I seen this on one of your streams. What is it called?
This is Dubcat. This is another one we found early, around like 200 to 400K market cap. I think it was like 200K, but it's actually a CTO. It was a CTO the first day. We actually, on Friday, we had the CTO, the guy that did the CTO, come on our show, and like he just emphasized why I was bullish on the project so much more. You know, like after talking with him for 45 minutes, you know, it was hard not to be bullish anymore. But the chart looks fantastic. The community goes crazy. You know, they've got good distribution yet again. Like, you know, there's only 22 people that hold over 1%. And you've got to figure there's at least one LP in there, which is 2.42%. Obviously, there's some team tokens or whatever, but this breakdown's pretty healthy for a CTO. In CTOs, you see wild numbers like 10, 15, 20%, right? Especially if it's CTOs at like 10, 30K market cap. Because I believe that's when he said they did the CTO, was at 30K market cap. So like you could basically take the project over with $1,000, right? But
crazy.
It is. And their bubble maps looks, if I recall correctly, looks really good as well. I like looking at bubble maps. I'm not sure if you do too often. And
Yeah.
for a CTO, it looks really healthy. You've got a couple people there are breaking up their tokens, so that 6%, 7%, 3.4%. But this can also be people that he's paid, not influencers or whatever. It could be team members, right? Or people that are providing services, meme makers. They just had their website redone and a different art style done. I'm sure they had to pay somebody for that.
Absolutely.
So those connections can be made for that purpose or for that reason as well. When a substantial amount of money is moved from one wallet to another, it creates a link. But no, they're just really chill. Their Telegram's really chill. They continue to work hard. They're getting listed on an exchange soon here. They're already on the exchange's wallet. I can't remember the exchange, of course. It's like basically a tier 2 exchange, but not a bad one by any means. I don't know if Scott remembers, but good, clean Twitter bio. I think they just got their new website up like today or yesterday. So let's check it out. Yeah, this is definitely new. It was much different before. But yeah, it's just clean. The community is really solid. The guy that's in charge of it is super high energy, super dedicated, been in the space for a long time. He's got like 25K followers on Twitter. So he's got a good bit of following, Shaman here, and 21K. But, so he's been around. He's a TikTok creator. And so he's got a following. It's one of those instances like with you, right? You've got a following. You've got your own community and everything. People like you aren't going to ruin your name to make 20K. Right.
Nah.
So it's just not worth it. It goes back to what you said earlier. Your net worth is your net worth. So why would you screw people just so you can pull 20K out of this? But due to time, I'm not going to talk too terribly much more about it because I want to let Scott get to bring something up. But no, I think Dubcat's really strong. He did talk with us for about 45 minutes or so on our Friday stream, which was the last stream we did of Dirty Degens. So if people do want to learn more, they could possibly go there and check out his segment there.
Energy is... He's got great energy and just really knowledgeable as well. So, while the market's been kind of like womp, the chart has been essentially keeping going and keeping up and trending up.
And there's one thing I want everybody to realize about his energy. It was like 2:30 a.m. for him.
That's right.
What I like right now is, we're finding some solid, like this Dubcat right here, CTO. I like this because the chart tells me a lot. Talk is cheap, everybody, but when you can follow the money, this tells me a lot that people want to see this thing work, and this has to do with him kind of ushering the community, right? It goes a long way. Just like, I pull up every single day for my project, grinding every single day. That goes a long way during the pullbacks to help people keep that conviction during the thing. I just posted in my Moneybags Mansion, the market cap to liquidity is not that bad. But what I like is that it's eating up every dip and had some really good rallies. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Their website looks good. Having somebody to have a face, I seen a bit of the one that you guys did with him, and like you said, great energy and somebody that's passionate about what's going on, and they snatched it up, good distribution. I mean, these are these plays that a lot of people pay a whole bunch of money to be in a lot of different groups to do, and we're bringing them to you guys right now. You guys can be subscribed to the Dirty Degens channel right now. Be subscribed to this channel, and look, we found Dubcap. If you guys wanted a low market cap gem, $3.6 million market cap, under 1,000 holders. You guys know that I like a pullback of a little 60 to 80% retracement because, that's just what happens in the space. If you can weather a 60 to 80% retracement, then you deserve a 600 to 800 plus profit. If you can't handle a 60% retracement, then you don't deserve the 600% in profit, everybody. So I like to see solid community, a little pullback, and add some soul and slap it in there and plan my trade and trade my plan. Do not be a panic seller. If you say, hey, I like Dubcat and I see it at 3.6, maybe I can see this one going to 50 mil. Maybe it's the next Michi and goes into the hundreds of mil. But at 100 mil, I'm going to take profit, plan your trade, and trade your plan. And this will take you a very long way.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what we always try to say too. Like the number one thing is like respect the chart, right? When it goes up and you made a ton of money on it, just don't crash the chart, right? Like
Absolutely.
take profits out responsibly.
Yeah, just scale out as you're going up. I mean,
Preach.
I need to find it, but I saw a really good tweet last week. I think I saved the image, and it was an example that somebody had actually set with percentages and multipliers based on if you had a good run with the token on like scaling out so that you don't risk getting greedy and like round tripping your bag.
Right.
Which lots of people do. You know, you get caught up in the thing and you're like, oh, it's going, when realistically you could get your initial out, maybe it retraces back. But if you go and it starts really moving, you know, you get caught up in that hype even during the bull run, and next thing you know, you don't know if you're at that all-time high for your coin in or token in that part of the cycle. So you need to, you know, scale out. I think a lot of people need to be better at that, and you know, obviously it helps respect the chart on these.
Absolutely, bros. Absolutely. Love that. I mean, take profits responsibly, just like you wouldn't want somebody to, you know, to wreck you and to wreck your beautiful chart. Like, be responsible if you really like that play, you know, and really, you know, inch your way out, just like you inched your way in for the most part. Keep the chart looking pretty. Yeah. I say keep the chart looking sexy, but Ryan Smith says keep it looking pretty, but keep it looking sexy. And if you build it, they will come. I'm telling you, if you build a wall of FOMO, you know, like this chart I'm looking at right now on Dubcat on the daily chart, this is a healthy chart on the daily chart for a CTO. Yeah. Like that's FOMO right there, because, you know, the minute people join that community, they're going to want to be a part of that. You know, this is what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
What do you got for us with the base? I know Scott said he has some base.
I gotta go with my boys and chuck on base. I have to chuck on base. Community is so strong. Just
sharing your
meme factor. What?
Yeah,
are you sharing your screen?
I have. Can you pull it up on yours? Because I don't have them all. I'm not all dialed in.
I got it. You came late. It's fine. I'm typing in base.
This is a reverse. Usually I'm navigating a lot of the charts. So this is nice. Nice. I can put my hands up, my feet up. No, but chuck on base. It's another one that I want to put in that category of like Big Red, in the sense of it is a great time to get involved. They've been around for a bit. Their community is just super strong. I mean, we've been rocking with them for a while, and yeah, I mean, you hop in the Telegram, the energy's there. And I think just recently I got to get my hands on the energy drink as well. I don't know if Josh already made his arrangements, but they had some of that. And, you know, it's just solid. And when the market starts moving and we start actually experiencing a bull run, I could see this getting that momentum and breaking their all-time high and going onward much higher.
Yeah, definitely. They've got a strong community, and they've got some interesting initiatives going on too. So, you know, obviously it's Chuck Norris, right? The dog of crypto, or the Chuck Norris of crypto, I guess is how I should say it. But you know, they do donations to dog charities, or like the clinics, brain fart. Well, either way, they donate money.
They donate to animal charities and organizations. They do massive burns. I mean, there's
and they've got they came out with a game. They came out with drinks, clothes, different merch, and I think I even saw some shoes. I got to hit up Jordan, tell me, get me those shoes. So
they got beer. They have beer.
Did they come out with it yet? I might be missing
that. They got the craft beer made for legends. We've partnered with Meta Brew Society. So let me follow them so I can do my due diligence. And I see they got a Germany flag. So it's going to be some good beer, that's for sure. The world's first Web3 brewery to bring you Chuck's Brew, a drink as bold as the legend himself. Whoa.
I don't know how we missed out on that. That
right?
was really new.
Yeah, personally, I love these. I don't know if you saw the Trump, like Chuck Norris's, basically, but after that they came out with these, the Chuck Converses.
That's what we're supposed to be doing, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I like about somehow we find these similar places. This community, I also like this community. Their slogan is "Chuck to a buck," you know. So
Yep.
it's just awesome that, you know, when you're in the trenches with one another, that we can actually identify that we're finding the same strong communities. Because yeah, I know the charts pulled back and they had their little rally and stuff, but their market cap to liquidity ratio is really healthy. They've been around for a while. Their community is really strong. And something that I got to say that I think people are slightly overlooking is, again, I'm going to bring up the normies and retail coming in, the boomers. I don't know about for you guys, but it's been easier for me to onboard people through Coinbase than any other way. It's so hard for me to onboard somebody in the IRL in real life and say, hey, you're gonna have to write down the seed phrase. If you lose it, there's no bank to call. There's nobody at all. You're in this, and they're like, no way. But I've onboarded more people through Coinbase, and I almost want to throw up saying that, but it's the truth. And than any other way. And when the retail investors come in, and I'm gonna give you guys some alpha to the CryptosRUs Plus channel, when the Coinbase app is the #1 downloaded app, we're getting up there. We're getting close to the top, everybody, you know? And when that happens, what's also going to happen is we're going to have a new wave of people buying meme coins like we've never seen before, because these people that we only can onboard them through Coinbase for whatever reason, they're going to look for base meme coins. And I think this is where Chuck to a buck becomes a reality. This is where I believe that any community that's a solid base, baby, a good play like that, I believe that when these normies come, they're going to say, hey, I like this Chuck to a buck. And not only that, they're most likely going to resonate with Chuck Norris. That's right around their era, right? So, I mean, it goes hand in hand with everything that is to come, right? A little bit down the road.
Yeah, and their team and community is just like top tier. You got Danny the Bull in here. He's part of the team. He's such a great guy. Jordan Riz, another great guy. And they're both creators on their own as well. So, like, you know, they've got a reputation to uphold. They're well known and everything like that. I mean, also, they've even got a show. It's like every Thursday or every other Thursday, but Scott and I will be on there again this Thursday to talk about Chuck with them. So, you know, really love what the guys are doing over there, how they're doing it, the community, how laid back they are. Like, you know, you don't see them attacking each other during these downturns. They're looking to the future, right? Like that's it. That's what matters to them. So yeah, I agree fully with Scott. This is probably one of my most, no, it's probably my most bullish. This is what I'm most bullish on for base.
Oh yeah. For base,
yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
And like you were, and like it was brought up, you know, with Coinbase wallet, base. I think that when things really get going, like you said, when it's the most downloaded wallet and the smart wallets being used, it's gonna bring all those normies to great projects like Chuck, and it's gonna be very, very easy for them to be able to get a bag and trade it and do everything they need to. So, they have it a little easier route, I think, with the whole Coinbase and base movement than some of the other chains. So I think that will be a significant factor to help them move as we get going.
Definitely, I agree. And another thing to notice, like you were talking, Rico, before with Avalanche and Big Red, Chuck here's the same situation. They launched in March, so they were around for the big run up that we had in April, May, and they had the same fate. This chart looks eerily similar to Big Red's.
Yeah. And the timing, you're right, because you're right. That was towards the beginning of the show, probably about 6 months ago or so. Yeah.
I think this was our first call, actually.
Yeah. Actually, might have been. We were very careful at first when talking about Big Red, because we had actually we had bought and we had got in early before we started streaming.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's all good, man. You got your conviction plays. I'm loving all the conviction plays that you guys brought to the table. I mean, man, we definitely got to do this again. I'm going to, you know, I want to do the giveaway legit. I love the way that you guys did it in your guys' style. So, you know, when you guys have time and whatever stream you guys need, so I can send you those XPX tokens, you know, get you guys on board. We got Crypto Shade from the Vote Army pulling up. Some big names pulled up to this space, man. And this live stream is next level, the stuff that we get to do together. And the more we get to network, the more eyes we bring on all our favorite plays, the more we all grow together. We love being in these trenches together. Honestly, this is what we do. And, we can do this more often, man. I would love to do this a lot more often and extend these live streams. Me and Josh have said we're going to do it for an hour, and we're here for an hour and 4 minutes. Scott pulled up out of nowhere, just like some DJs. We're not even on time. We're doing an extended version, but I want to respect that, the guys probably have stuff to do. And maybe we can set up another one, and do something like this once again.
Not to
and
cut
maybe
you
book a
off, but we have the
one.
same problem. We have the same issue when we stream. It's like, all right, we got to keep this to basically an hour. We start talking, we pull up some stuff, we're talking to the chat, and then we're like, oh, wait a minute. It's like we got 15 minutes left, and there is still like 16 projects that we really wanted to talk about. So we restructured things a bit. But yeah, it's really easy when you get together with some good people and you're talking about projects and looking at this, and next thing you know, you're like, oh wow, we blew through a couple hours. So
yeah,
it happens.
It happens. But Josh, Scott, man, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time where we can set one up for maybe a 2-hour show together. I mean, seeing the way that we hung out together, I think we could pull a 2-hour easy, do some giveaways, talk to some more communities so they can chip in to do more giveaways, bring more people together. I mean, 3 YouTubers is better than 2 YouTubers, and it's better than 1 YouTuber. Mixing all our accounts together is fantastic. All I want is all of us to grow. That's all I want out of it. And for people to get some of these giveaways will be absolutely amazing. If you guys had any last words, some invitations for the next live stream, some things that you guys have going on in your personal life, something that, you guys want people to know about your next live stream or anything like that, that you guys want to let everybody know before, I close this out and we let everybody do their thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rico, I've got something, and I'm sure Scott will agree, so I'll just say it live. I like to shoot myself in the foot that way. But we do our big shows. We do like typically 2 hours, sometimes longer. We did 2.5 hours last Friday. But we do big giveaways on those shows. How would you like to come on Friday, hang out for the stream, talk about XPX, and give away some tokens and go over some other projects with us then?
Absolutely, brother, man. I'm going to take you up on that right away. You guys heard it right here. Put it in your calendars this Friday. Do not miss out, everybody. And I'm sure there's going to be many other projects besides just XPX coming with some giveaways, because I'm going to make sure my community and every community goes hard to show this. So this Friday, I almost want to feel the ground shaking on Thursday for this live stream for the CryptosRUs Plus channel. Scott, do you have anything that you want to tell these beautiful people of YouTube that, listen to us as we're being dirty DJs in the space, that you want to let them know?
Stay strong, fellow DJs. Just stay strong, and we're finding gems. We're doing it together. It's about the community, and we're gonna make some money together and have a great time and great friendships as the cycle progresses. So,
absolutely,
yeah,
man,
absolutely,
very nice, man.
It was so much fun, Rico. Thank you so much for having me on, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me interrupt and jump in.
No, anytime, man. Anytime you want to come on as a dirty DJ with your birthday suit, it's all good. Throw a robe on, hit the mic button. I see you. Hit the like button and do your thing, man. But I'm looking forward. We'll get some flyers even made on my side so we can blow this thing up and really do it justice and bring some good giveaways. I'm looking forward to it, man. I want you guys all to really quick. Let me share my screen just really fast, if you guys don't mind, so I can show your guys' stuff a little bit more and be a good host like I'm supposed to be doing, right? Let me bring up the Dirty DJs channel right here. This is this. If you guys can come over here, like I've said in the beginning of the stream, but we're at 148 people. People are pulling up. I want you guys to come over here, subscribe to their channel, but not only subscribe, everybody. Don't make us beg this much for these bell notifications and all this stuff, okay? We have to because of the algorithm, but don't make us do it that much. Come do it for us and hit this subscribe button and hit the all, and make sure you guys stay tapped in with the Dirty DJs, the CryptosRUs Plus, and Rico Moneybag channel. And if you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is.